Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you guys doing? So today was gonna be a different video. I was gonna do like the ill maquillage, review, but I think I'm gonna leave that till like next week's video. But I really wanted to do this video because I think it's so important. Obviously, it's in times we're living in. So this video is all gonna be about how to have cute but secure makeup while wearing a mask, especially on deeper skin tones. I'm not sure if anyone else has done a video on this. I know Manny MUFE did one, but obviously it's different. I think it's different when you have deeper skin. It just is, period. So if you guys want to see how I, share my tips and tricks and how to like have cute makeup while wearing a mask, keep on watching, poop. Okay, so we're giving you bare face. We're giving you, I've got nothing on my face, guys, nothing. Like, I've just kind of blow dried my hair to make it a bit wavy. I'm actually gonna put this, oh, this is dirty, what the hell? I'm gonna put on this Ole Henriksen Ulla just face thing, just because I don't really like getting creams and stuff in my hair. I actually need to get my hair done. I'm gonna show you guys skincare, because for this video it's all about how you prep the skin also with what you wear. Because if you're, let me just tell you, child, so I'm basically gonna go in with the Dr. Barbara Sturm and Mr. Hyaluronic Acid. Guys, this is not cheap. You can get other hyaluronic acids, but because I love this brand so much, I love it, guys. This is my third bottle, and it's just a really good hyaluronic acid. But guys, don't break the bank. I think this is like £250. You do not need this. I just like it because I'm a bougie bitch. But anyway, I just thought it'd be important because you know what, everything's easing down in lockdown. I know a lot of you guys saying that you are still in lockdown. London isn't as bad. I'm gonna use a kill serum. This is the Vital. Is this gonna focus? This is the Vital Skin Strengthening Serum. It's really good if you haven't had a lot of sleep and your skin just looks really fatigued. Anyway, so obviously when we're lessening in lockdown, and plus we need to go out in places, but here in London or the UK, you have to wear a mask on public transport. You have to wear a mask in an Uber, and plus you just want to protect yourself and people that you're going around anyway. But in restaurants and stuff, you don't have to wear masks. But in public transport, child, if you ain't wearing a mask on public transport, you need help. I'm gonna call the police.
And what do you want me to do about that?
Anyway, I'm wearing this robe that touches it. Girl, when I say this robe is short, like, it's like a little mini skirt moment, from the back. Yeah, I need to start getting distracted. So anyway, skincare is all about how you prep the skin. So I love serums. Serums are so important. I think serums are more important than moisturizer. So I've done my serums. Use Glossier Bubble Wrap Eye Cream. It's nothing special. It's just a really good hydrating eye cream that you can use on the eyes and on the lips. So I'm just going to show you guys how I kind of just prep the skin, and then I'm going to show you the makeup. The makeup is very simple. It won't be a lot of makeup because I just feel like when you're wearing a mask, you shouldn't be wearing that much makeup anyway. But you can do much on the eyes, but I'm not going to do that today. And what else am I going to do? I'm going to do some vitamin C. I might do some vitamin C. This is the Ole Henriksen one. I'm just going to use a tiny bit of that, just so we can give ourselves some even skin tone. And then for moisturizer, I'm actually where is it? Hold on, where? Okay, so we back. So I've been loving this Glossier one. It's a priming moisturizer balance. This is so good. This is gonna focus. Old YouTube trick. Okay, I'm gonna use this. I've been loving it. It's just so nice. It's a really, I only use like maybe 1.5 pumps. I use that much, guys, not a lot at all. I normally like a more richer moisturizer, but because we're wearing masks, we don't want anything that's gonna like, just prime our skin and make it super dewy, because that's not the look we're really going for. Especially with a mask, you want your makeup to last as long as possible, and you don't want as much transfer and your makeup to move around. That's what I'm using, is lightweight oil controlling moisturizer. So obviously I'm gonna go with SPF. This is the most, if you guys don't wear SPF, I've got my windows open, so there's bare sirens. There's always a madness going on in my town. If you guys don't wear SPF, first of all, I'm gonna need you to pause the video, but make sure you subscribe to me and click the bell also. And you need to go and buy yourself an SPF. There's so many SPFs in the market. I use this Glossier one. It's very similar to the Supergoop one, but I think this one is SPF. What is it? What SPF is this? Oh, it's SPF 30, which is alright. I prefer 50, but I just like the way this looks on the makeup. It makes my face just feel, it's just so lightweight, and it blends into the skin so nicely, and it doesn't make me look purple. It doesn't make me look like purple haze. It doesn't make me look like this, which is not the look we're going for. It's just not the vibe, sis. Okay, so this is the Vital pot. So we're going to begin the skin. I'm going to do my brows quickly off camera, but I'm going to show you what I do while I'm doing my brows. So, okay, I wear this mask. This is by SMUDGEPROOF, but you can wear any mask. You can get masks off ASOS, Amazon. You can get masks off anywhere. So if you can't find a mask, then I'm not sure what blood clot for you. It's necessary, but you can use any setting spray that you love and you know is a badass setting spray. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay Ultra Matte. This is almost finished, so I just thought I'd use this. So what you need to do, where your mask is, spray it. Spray loads. So I spray loads in there. Guys, this setting spray, honest, I wouldn't say use it all the time. Guys, the first ingredient is alcohol, which is a bit mad. So if you are sensitive to alcohol and it smells like perfume, I would not use this, but I only use, well, maybe 1.5 sprays. So you're gonna have to do that. So okay, 1, 2. So then I kind of do this so when it's time to wear the mask, everything's just kind of settled in, it's gone, and it doesn't irritate my skin. And plus, you know, even though the Huda Beauty one's fragranced, I feel that if you leave it for a while, the fragrance will go. So now we're going to get onto skin. I'm going to quickly do my brows, and then I'm going to show you what's part. Okay, so the brows are done. So now it's time for primer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the Fenty Soft Matte Primer. I like this primer just because it's not too drying. Like, you know, sometimes matte primers can be very just like, makes your skin feel like a cashew. So if you're just putting it on, I don't actually put too much primer on because, again, we don't want to put too much product on, because I feel like even sometimes when you put too much primer on, it can make your foundation look very, very mad. Let's take the excess off and let's kind of just press that in. And what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm actually finished on this, so I need to get another one. This is the Urban Decay Ultra Matte. So they do a normal one, which is good as well, but this one's ultra matte, so you know it's just going to keep you matte, even though, you know, it's just going to be, if you want to add a bit of shine, you can add some on the cheeks, but I'll show you that. So I'm going to prime my face by using this. I'm just going to spray that all over. So this, to kind of use it as like kind of like a prep spray. I actually had another one I wanted to use, but I'm going to use it after. Basically, use whatever setting spray already works for you, but there's one that I used on the day as well as this, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you after I set my makeup, but All Nighter and the Huda Beauty one's probably the best one, but it's got a lot of alcohol in it, so it doesn't agree with a lot of people. Okay, so this video is already going crazy. While I was talking to you, I had a delivery, which I never have deliveries on Saturdays. It's so crazy. So a lot of people always ask what I color correct with, and this is the Live Tinted Stick and Found. This is by fellow influencer, businesswoman, CEO Boss Dipaka. So I use this just because it's just so easy in a stick. Obviously going between this and the Dragon Beauty one, but I like the shade of this one. You can use these on the lips and the eyes for the multi-purpose. So there's so many shades, but the only thing is I'm not sure if you can get them in the UK as of yet. And then I kind of just normally take a brush and just kind of dab it in, because sometimes when you take a blender, yeah, the blender, the moisture of it can make it can dilute the corrector. So it's basically best to take a brush just to, like, you know, dab it in, just so I don't really have a lot of discoloration. But I think if you're black anyway, or a boy, because I've obviously had laser on my face, but I do get that kind of shadow. It's just gonna make me look a bit more flawless in pictures and in video. But obviously we're wearing a mask, so we don't have to do this step. But when I take off my mask, if I go to a restaurant, I still want to look cute, poo.
A little bit ghetto.
Okay, this is a really important step. So I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier in medium deep. Did you just here? We actually knew this for a while, but obviously they released it on Trendsetter. It's public news that they're releasing a Laura Mercier powder in honey. So I cannot wait to get that. It's about time Laura Mercier released colored powders. Like, Huda Beauty killed it, and like I feel like they're not late to the game, but they should have did it ages ago. So I take this puff, and what I do, I kind of just, this seems a bit hard, but guys, you don't have to do these steps. But what I normally do, I just kind of set the color corrector, but I also take it around here and around there, anywhere I know that the mask is just gonna be proper affecting. Because guys, the Laura Mercier powder is amazing. A lot of people use it under the eye, which I don't really do, and I have done it before, but I think I can't wait till the honey one comes out, because it's going to be a bit more golden. Because I feel like if I don't mix the white one properly and the medium one, it can look very Casper the Ghost. Okay, so obviously when you're wearing your mask, you don't want to wear a dewy foundation. It's just you're gonna be experiencing problems. So for all my dewy girls out there and my dry girls, I'm not sure what you're gonna have to do, but I feel like just wear a matte concealer and maybe just, you know, zhuzh it up. But for me, I need to wear foundation when I go out, because I just don't know. I can obviously go. I don't have a problem with going without no makeup on, but girl. So guys, this is my #1 true foundation. Like, I've worked with them before, but But for foundation wise, I have two top 3 foundations. Estee Lauder has always been number 1. Shiseido Secret Skin, and obviously the Tom Ford one now. She's just that girl. And so I'm gonna use 1, 2, 2.5 pumps because people think Estee Lauder, when you feel it, you're like, oh, it's not full coverage, but bitch. When you put that foundation on, you're like, oh, she's that girl. So I'm gonna use this KVD Vegan Beauty brush, and what I'm gonna do. This is in the shade Sandalwood, so this is actually my true shade, but I actually I can use a few shades because they have over 60 shades. And then I kind of go like that. My top lip, I'm always sweating. I go like that. I do the forehead, but I don't like to put foundation on my forehead because it can look a bit cakey, and I kind of over bronze it anyway. So yeah, I kind of do that. Leave this, even though double wear dries down quite quickly, leave it for about 50 seconds just so it can dry down, so you get in maximum coverage, because it's a bit like concealer. You don't want to blend it out too early, and then obviously we can blend it after, and we can leave it just to marinate, you know, when you marinate chicken. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go in with that same brush. I don't normally use this brush, but I'm going to use it just for the sake of this because it already has product on there. I'm just going to blend out this foundation. This shade match is so good. I was actually using Deep Amber, which, if you guys remember my other video with my top foundations for deeper skin tones, was that the video? And it was just a tiny bit warm for me, so this is actually the perfect shade. So I'm just blending that out. It's obviously just drying down a bit, but if you leave it for too long, you can always go in with a bit of spray and obviously make it zhuzh it up. But can you just see that match? It's just so nice. And double wear, literally, guys, it says it's non-transfer proof, but all foundations kind of say that. And I feel like if you're wearing like a white shirt, or if you kiss someone, the makeup's definitely going to transfer. But I just feel like this is kind of like one of the best foundations for like longevity and just, you know, just staying on and not really having any issues with it, because this helps control oil as well, and it has so many shades. Obviously there's loads of matte long wear foundations out there, but I think for this, because I've been wearing this foundation for years low key, and even though I kind of like rotate foundations, because I don't like to wear the same foundation every single day, because it's kind of like skincare, you know, you just get bored of something. You don't get bored of it, but it's always good to, like, you know, switch it up, try new things, you know, in the bedroom, in foundations. So I'm just gonna blend this out, and can you see that the coverage is so flawless, and I haven't even used a sponge. Obviously I'm gonna use a sponge to obviously marinate everything, but it's just so cute. Okay, so I already used 2.5 pumps of that foundation, which I always use like 3 or 4 pumps. It's just me, but I've been trying to like not use as much products, because I feel like the less product you use, you can always go with concealers and stuff. So I'm going to take this NARS concealer, which I've had for ages, but I've been seeing a lot of my friends use it, and I've been like, this concealer bangs even under the eye, everything. So because you guys know I sweat so much around here, and I just love putting it around the mouth. This has an extra safety blanket. This dries down to a soft matte finish. It's just like the name. I feel like NARS do some of the best concealers. I actually used to be addicted to the Radiant Creamy Concealer, but I don't use it as much anymore, because even though it's amazing concealer, I feel like it kind of creases on me quite a lot. But it's amazing for under the eye, but I don't really like it as much on the face. But it is good for spot concealing, but I just felt like I was addicted to it for years, but I still love it though. And I'm going to put a bit of this under the eye. I'm using a Pat McGrath brush. Have you noticed I haven't used a beauty blender yet? Because we want to keep that coverage, so when we have that mask on,
still full, baby.
Also, well, going with a blender now just to blend everything out, just so it's all seamless. Obviously, I spoke to you guys about in Sip and Slay Friday about doing a weekly vlog. Would you guys be up for it? And like, the only reason I got inspired because my friends do weekly vlogs, and I always watch. If you don't follow her, Leah's Space, I love her vlogs so much, and I feel like I always thought doing vlogs by yourself would be quite hard, because obviously I live by myself, and you know, I don't really have anyone else to like kind of bounce off. But I think I'll be quite good at doing vlogs, and you know, I think I'm quite, you know, juicy. So what I'm gonna do again, before I go into anything else, I'm gonna spray some of that spray, just so you know we can, you know, keep it in layers, and then just use a blender just to blend that in. I feel like this video is so I haven't done like a proper step-by-step informative like tutorial for ages, but obviously if you guys want to be snatched while having a mask on, keep on watching. So I'm gonna use this shade concealer. Actually, this isn't the shade. But coffee, no, this is it. I've got Rich Ginger. So my friend Uche, I always say my name wrong, Uche. She always uses this concealer. I actually got the shade she uses called Rich Ginger, because I have ginger, but ginger looks a bit too peachy, so I'm gonna use the shade she uses. She's lighter than me, but you know, I like a bright under eye, so I'm gonna use this concealer. I've used this concealer many times, guys. This concealer is beautiful. When I say like stunning, it's gorgeous. So I'm gonna just put this under the eye. It is full coverage, so I'm not gonna use too much. And what I like about it, you don't have to double dip. Like, it kind of gives you like the perfect amount, but Child, I'll be double dipping. And then make sure you turn it around just to get the product that's on the back as well. So while I let that concealer dry on my skin, I'm going to go in with the Danessa Myricks Power Bronzer. I'm going to use the same foundation brush because, you know, it's got a bit of foundation in it, so it's going to mesh everything well. The Danessa Myricks Power Bronzer, very similar to the Huda Beauty Tanto, but the tone's just a bit better. It's not too contoury. The Danessa Myricks one's obviously black owned and obviously has a bit more warmth to it, so it's actually a bronzer and it does dry into a matte finish, and it just lasts on the skin so well. You guys know I did a video about this and a lot of you bought it, and like, guys, my one looks so, I literally almost hit in pan. I use this every day. I use it on the eyes actually. It's actually really nice on the eyes, but obviously even though it dries into a matte finish, I like to set it with a bronzer also. So we're just doing this. I'm literally taking it a bit higher, so as we blend, it kind of sits. Obviously, I've got big cheekbones anyway, they're purchased, but you know, I'm going in with a sponge. I should have went in with a brush really, but it's fine. I go in with a brush sometimes, but I think for a concealer like this, I like a sponge because it kind of evenly disperses it. I'm gonna go in with the brush, because it's already got some of that NARS on, so it's just gonna blend it well, and it's gonna like tap. Okay, so now our concealer and bronzer is on. I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Velvet Skin Powder Foundation and literally just going to put this under my eye. I can't remember what shade this is because I have to take out the pan, but I'm pretty sure it's like 425, but they don't sell Makeup Forever in the UK anymore, but you can get it at Guru Makeup Emporium if you're in the UK, and they have a store, so I'm just going there. Obviously, you can't really sample it, but by colors and stuff, you can really tell what kind of undertone you are. But this powder is so bomb. Like, when I say like so good, like it's worth every single penny. See, it adds like a bit of brightness. Okay, so this is personal preference. You can do your bronzer and then put powder over it, but for me, I like to set the face and put like bronzer over it, if you get what I mean. Because sometimes when I put bronzer on and set it kind of just fades away. So this is, guys, if you don't have Studio Fix by MAC, I've really gotten back into it recently. It's such an infamous powder because I just know like it does what it does. So I'm going to use a Laura Mercier powder puff. I actually have loads of these, but it's fine. Like that. Guys, this will just make sure, it makes your skin feel like silk. And what it's doing, yeah, it's just setting the face without it being too heavy. And Studio Fix, guys, is such a good powder, especially if you live in like a hot destination. When I used to work at MAC, we used to sell this to people that lived in like Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica, India. It's just because when you're like hot and stuff and you want coverage, it's a really good powder foundation. The Makeup Forever one and this one are very different, but I do think Studio Fix is just a legendary powder. It is what it is, hun. Period. So you guys know what I love to bronze with. If I can find my bronzer brush, like, where is it? Oh, guys, I always find it troubling. Where's my... I'm going to use this Doll Beauty brush, actually. I'm going to go with Leader from Morphe. I actually really like this shade. It's kind of like... I kind of like my bronzers to be super warm. I just love the oh, this Doll Beauty brush is actually really nice. I just love the contrast, and my skin looks super bronze. I was having coughing fit. This is just water, by the way. It's not vodka. Imagine if this was vodka. Ciao. As I was saying before, I had a coughing fit. Yeah, Leader is just a total vibe. And then I'll kind of just like, you know, blow it all out because we're going to cut it anyway. And then once I remove my headbands, we're kind of just going to bronze the forehead. So now straight away go in with Leader. This is like one of my favorite bronzers ever. They actually just released face palettes with each bronzer in, but I want to get them, but I just feel like, am I ready to go to a makeup? Oh my god, what is wrong with me today?
So what are you going to do about it?
Am I ready to go to a makeup store? Like, I can just imagine it to be super busy, so I might just see if I can get them. But yeah, let me guys know about the vlog as well. I'm just not sure. You know, you really want to do something, but I just feel like, am I gonna be boring? Am I gonna be dry? Like oh, I just look at that bronze. It's just so pretty. Also, we're gonna contour our nose. I used to cream contour before I do my nose, but I actually don't do that anymore. This is brush from NARS. It's so good. My friend Shay uses it, and I seen it on her, and I was like, I've got that brush, and this is the 41 NARS brush. I do believe they discontinue their brushes soon, because as I know, they're bringing out new sets of brushes. So I normally just go like this, flick it up to the brow. This looks a bit heavy right now, but obviously we're going to blend it out. Okay, to really snatch your nose, obviously this is a part, you don't have to do this because it's all about the mask, but I'm just teaching you how to, you know, snatch and slay. And I literally get this puff again, and I take this Dragon Beauty brightening powder. Guys, this powder is so good at brightening under the eye. You have to be careful because you don't want to put too much, because you don't want to have like flashback, but it doesn't actually give flashback because I wear this a lot. Look at the brightness. Can you just see it? It's just giving my eye a lot of brightness. Oh my god, I actually forgot to use my Huda Beauty powder under the eye, but it's fine. Like, I think this will do. I could put a bit of blondie on, but this is definitely giving me what I need. Like, the under eye doesn't really matter because the mask isn't really affecting it too much, but we use the Makeup Forever one anyway, but the Huda Beauty one is normally really, really good. Put some in the center. Can you see how my top lip is sweating? I'm not sure why that happens to me. I literally tried to go to the doctor to figure out why does my top lip always sweat and nowhere else. Like, I don't know. I think it's like when I'm speaking, it just must get like, I don't know what it is. Does anyone else get this problem? Because maybe it's just me. But can you just see, guys? It's just so snatched. Okay, so my matte one ran out, but it's totally fine. As long as you've got a setting spray that really agrees with you, it's fine. So I'm going to set my face again. So it's all about the setting the face. Even though this is more quicker, because I'm talking to you guys doing it, I can do this in like, maybe like 40 minutes. Why am I lying? Maybe an hour. It depends on how much makeup you wear, but you can apply these steps to your own makeup routine without it being my coverage. You can obviously adapt it to what coverage you like, and then I'm just going to use a fan to dry this down, poo. Okay, so I think we've pretty much done what we need to do base wise. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw on a lash and then some liner, and we can finish off with the blush and lips, and then we're pretty much done really. But I'm going to show you the final step. Okay, so we're almost done. I actually put my lashes on in Snatch. These are my own. I actually don't wear this style a lot, even though they're actually so pretty. They're more very, very natural. So I do feel like a lot of people are like, oh, wear bright colors on the eyes if you're wearing a mask. But if your foundation kind of comes up and you've got this bright color on your eye and your skin looks a bit mad, you are going to look crazy. So just do something simple, but it's up to you. Each to their own. I'm going to go in with Tammy's palette, the Revolution one. I've actually been loving this. I love both of them. I actually got a spare one, but I love this one called Blushed Baby Girl. So nice, guys. These are so pigmented. So child, I just literally like to dab where I put my highlight. So I've actually put highlight on already. I used the Nabla Lucent Jungle. I literally don't like putting too much highlight on when I got a mask on, because you know I can go a bit ham. So the less the better, just because, you know, it's just giving me slight highlight. It's not giving me like bam, bam. So I love this kind of blush because it's kind of like in the bronzer tone. It's kind of orangey, and orange blushes just look so banging on black skin. Let's not lie. But when I used to be addicted to Taj Mahal by NARS, but because it's, they should really make a matte version of Taj Mahal, because Taj Mahal now, it's just got a bit too much shimmer in it. Sorry if my liner looks a bit mad. I actually love this liner by NYX actually. It's actually called the Epic Wear Waterproof Liner. But that brush for me is kind of hard to use, but I just love how black and defined it is. But we're gonna do that for blush. So now it's just, we're almost done. It's time for lips, guys. Okay, so when you're gonna wear a mask, do not wear a gloss. If you wear a gloss, you are idiot. So I've been wearing this I wore this combo on my stories like basically yesterday. Everyone kept asking what it is. It's Morphe. Obviously Morphe have said, you know, the whole drama thing, they're not involved. That person hasn't got shares, so I'm still going to continue to use them because, guys, I need to order another one of these liquid lipsticks because they're so good. So I'm going to use Trendsetter. It's just such a good affordable liner, so I'm going to line my lips. Can I know you kind of like blend out my liner because I don't want it to be too sharp, because I know it's just going to get a bit messy anyway under the mask. This is called True Story. This is a super matte liquid lipstick. Like, even though I love the shade, it can sometimes give you that bum hole look if you don't kind of like apply it right. It's just so because your lip has a lot of moisture in there, so that's a bit, it kind of breaks up, but you're gonna have to reapply your lip anyway. It's just what it is, guys. Like, this isn't Hogwarts, this isn't Harry Potter, like there's no magical secret, but this is just the best. Look at this, it's just, look at the nude, it's so nice, and I saw the drawing done already. It dries down so quickly and blend. Okay, so before we lock everything down and finish this tutorial, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty blotting powder. This is the powder I'll carry around with me if anything goes wrong. I don't really carry a colored powder around with me, just so you know. I always carry like a sponge or something, but this is such a good blotting powder, especially if you're getting oily or if just things just aren't going right, because you can literally use it just to touch up. I don't really like bringing foundation powders because when you add more layers, it just goes a bit too crazy. So I'm actually just going around. This is truly a translucent powder. Period. And then after that, I'm gonna go in with, a lot of people don't like this, but guys, this setting spray is so good. I don't use too much of it, so 1, 2, that's it. That's what I use. Then we're gonna fan that down. We're almost done. One more step. I feel like this video is so like steppy, but honestly, when you do it in your own time, it won't take that long. Okay, last thing. So I'm taking some of this L'Homme Rescue Translucent. I'm not sure what this does, but ciao, I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna put this on my NARS contour brush. I'm literally gonna pull it on my mask, just so when it does dig into my skin, it's giving me coverage, honey. It's not staying because of the elastic, but girl, this is just a whole mood. I'm just gonna do it anyway. It doesn't really last that long, but press it in, don't swipe, don't be like me. Press it in, then I'm gonna take my all-nighter, spray my mask again, and then wait for that to dry. Okay, she had to do a quick change. She's wearing white today. Oh, she's feeling dangerous. You guys know I hardly ever wear white, and when I do, I feel like an angel. I feel like blessed. So I just love white, unlike black people, but and anyone, but I just feel like it's so dangerous, especially when you wear makeup. Okay, so I'm gonna put my mask on. There you have it, guys. Tutorial is done. We have the mask on. Make sure it's not too tight, and then yeah. So I'm gonna leave it on for 5 minutes just so I can show you what the aftermath is, but we have the mask on, and yeah, show you in a moment. Okay, so before I end the video, mask off. Fucking mask off. Okay, let's just see what the damage has done. See. Okay, let's just inspect. I've had this on now for maybe 15 minutes. Got a slight line there. My top lip's sweating, but what is that? Is that a hair? Ooh, child. Lip is still on, because it's matte. And yeah, guys, the translucent powder works. I haven't got any lines, but obviously, the longer you have this on, you are going to get lines. So this is just a cute makeup look for you guys to rock when you want to wear a mask. I would say it's probably easy not to wear makeup when you want to wear a mask, but imagine if you've got a friend's birthday, a brunch, you're on a date, sis, you're not gonna rock a natural face. Let's be honest. We want to be baddies out here. So anyway, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know about the weekly vlog, what topics you want to see, where you want to see me go. I'll just see you next week's video, guys. I love you guys so much, and I shall see you Wednesday and Friday for Sip and Slay. Mwah.